So meditation is for everyone. Absolutely anyone can do it. The only thing is it just takes practice, and there are a few key things that we can do to really set ourselves up for meditative success. And I'm going to break them down for you today and give you the exact tips that might help you to really set the mood so that you can have a better chance for actually being able to achieve a few moments of meditation, whether that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever. So the first one is tension in the body. So the reason why asana, so the yoga postures, are given in yogic philosophy or the yogic teachings is primarily to set ourselves up for meditation. So we really need to get rid of key tension areas so that we can reside within our body. I mean, you know what it's like when you've got some sort of a pain or a nagging tension in the body. Your mind just gets drawn straight to that. It's really hard to come out of that. So if you're not doing an asana practice beforehand and you really just want to get a few moments of meditation out of the way, a few key postures or things that you can do is, first one is Baddha Konasana. So you bring the soles of the feet together and you have your knees out to the side, and you just want to bounce your knees up and down a few times. So that's just going to help release a bit of tension around here, around these hip joints here. So you can even do it further away from the body, and you can even just come down into it to your own degree. So it's not about how far you come down, it's just about where you can feel that stretching, that opening up. The next thing you could do is a spinal twist. So again, from your cross-legged position, you just place your opposite arm onto your opposite knee and take the other arm behind your back, so fingertips pointing away from you. And we always want to draw the crown of the head nice and tall first and then start to twist from the navel. That's just going to get tension out of the spine, particularly around the lower back, and then make sure you do it to the other side too. The other thing we can do is a child's pose. So this is also good for helping to quieten the mind. So we bring the knees together, feet together, or just sitting on top of your heels, and then you just forward fold, coming over your knees. So it'll look something like this. And it's also very helpful to get the head, the forehead pressing against either a surface, so the ground, or if you've got a yoga block, or your fists, one stacked on top of the other. Anything like that, that's just really going to relax those muscles, the corrugator muscles around the eyes, to tell yourself that I'm coming away from the tensions that I'm holding, the emotions and thoughts I'm holding around my face and my mind, and I'm just going to soften into it and get ready for meditation. So there's just a few quick little things that you could do. There's obviously a lot more, but if you just want to jump into it straight away, just really focusing on opening through the hips and releasing tension in your back. So once we've released tension in the body, the next thing we want to do is cultivate presence and intention. So the reason for that is because if, say, we want to come straight into meditative practice and we're racing with thoughts and we're just like, I just need a break, it's very, very hard to anchor into the practice when our thoughts are still engaged somewhere else. So we need presence, and we need to be present with intention as well. So we set a sankalpa, which is intention. So what you really want to achieve, why are you coming to sit here? Label that. So maybe it's balance. I want to achieve balance, or I just want to achieve a few moments of peaceful quietness, whatever it might be. Now the next stage is to cultivate that presence. So often yogis will light incense to really engage the senses, to be in the room and to acknowledge this moment. So engaging the olfactory system is a really great way to be aware of this moment. And I will use incense time to time, but I really know that they are a bit toxic, and so I'd love to use essential oils. And I've been using this Alchemista set at the moment, working with that, because it also has intention linked with it. So this 4 element set has purpose, peace, faith, and awareness. So based on whatever I feel for the day, I'll choose that essential oil. And you can choose whatever you like if you like to work with oils. But it's a really great way to engage your senses straight away and to really anchor in that intention. So for today, I'm going to use faith, and I'll just pop a drop of that in my palms and I'll rub them together nice and quickly. You want to feel your intention in your heart space. So let's say I want to cultivate faith today, just trusting in the bigger picture. Take a deep breath in and smelling those oils or whatever it is that you're using to engage your senses. So it might just be awareness of the touch of your clothes against your skin, the sounds in the room, but just taking a few moments to acknowledge your here and now. Okay, and once you've done that, the next step is to actually engage the body. So we want to be, once we've sort of been in the senses are processed by the mind, but we want to be anchored in the body as well. So a great way to do that is with breath. Kapalabhati in particular is really, really good if we're just beginning. So the way to do that is to breathe in through the nose, and we exhale short and sharp breaths by pumping the belly in. So we're breathing out through the nose. So you just want to focus on your out breath. Don't worry about your in breath. It will come. And you want to do that maybe about 30 times or so. For today, I'll just show you 10 rounds. So inhaling. And it doesn't need to be that fast. It can be quite slow. But once you do that, you'll feel the heat generated in the body, and you just automatically start to reside more internally. Another one, if you're a little bit more practiced with pranayama, is to hold onto your knees. Now this is a little bit more advanced. So breathing in through the nose, dip your head back and hold the breath in. Hold it as long as you can, and then breathing out through the mouth, draw yourself back to center. So you might feel a little bit lightheaded, but this helps you to engage that meditative state quite quickly. And then the final step, once you are present, you've gotten rid of all of those little tensions in the body, you've engaged your body, you're very much here for your practice. So now it's just about practicing focusing the mind or stilling the mind. So your thoughts are going to arise. It's totally part of the process. It's just about acknowledging the thoughts, not getting frustrated, just going, okay, here's a thought, acknowledging it, not trying to follow that story. So just letting it go and then coming back to your breath, just breath awareness. Oh, another thought, and then we let it go. So hopefully those steps make it a little bit easier for you. So remembering it is removing tension from the body first and foremost. Take a few moments to stretch, even if it's a couple of quick little bits and bobs. Then it's about presence and intention, really knowing what you're going to meditate about and really engaging your senses to be present here on the mat. Drawing yourself more inwards and into your body by focusing on pumping the breath or using the breath in some way that's going to really invigorate your body. So I definitely recommend Kapalabhati. And then just focusing on the mind, so letting it come bit by bit. So you can use mantra, you can use breath awareness for that part as well, whatever you need. But I can talk about that more in the future. So send this to anyone you know who's been trying to start a meditation practice. Save it for future reference. And let me know if you have any questions below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, have a beautiful weekend. Namaste. I totally forgot to mention as well that when you do get to that final stage where you want to silence the mind, there is more practical tools that we can use, and what we can do is either chant, so using Om, which is a really nice easy one. So it's actually A-U-M, Om. If you're not comfortable with that, simply just humming. So just closing the lips and making a sound. So And when we do that, it's that vibration is sort of generated within the head, and what our mind does is almost want to stop vibrating at that thought space and to come and resonate at that vibration that you're creating. So give those tips a go, and I truly hope that they help. Thanks.